Okay, guys, what's up? It's Jose from the San Diego Commercial Real Estate News Show, and I'm here with James Bengala.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
And today, I read this article that's been all over San Diego, and it's about pod living, if that's what you want to call it. So there's this developer called Stay Open, and they have this shared hospitality concept where if you've ever been to, or if you've ever heard in Japan, they have these little like pods, which are like
Sleeping caskets.
Yeah, basically. And so, they're obviously a cheap alternative to just getting a 24-hour stay at a hotel. It's supposed to be a little bit cheaper and all that stuff. But they want to bring that concept here to somewhere in the, I don't think they said where it was.
Was it downtown area?
Well, by the bayfront, by the waterfront in the bay, somewhere. So maybe like Chula Vista somewhere, something like that, right in the bay. Okay. I'm not exactly sure where. But so here's a couple of facts about it. So, maybe around $37 a night for just a pod, and then $116 for a private room with a private bathroom. So hey, not too bad. And then so they're gonna have around 220 of these pods in there, and it's gonna have there's single. They say single occupancy, but how many people are they gonna cram?
Well, I'm wondering, like 37 a night for a pod. Does it just make sense to just go to like a Super 8 or like a Motel 6?
Well, yeah, except they're not parked. You're not going to be at the bayfront, right? With all the nice hotels, restaurants. Okay. You would still have, it's like, it's for the budget travelers. So if you didn't want to get a motel, east of there,
it's like the new hostel.
It's
like right. a place for people that don't want to spend money to stay in good areas.
Yeah, budget. It's like for the budget traveler, right? Yeah. So, what else is there? So they're going to have, a power supply for your devices, a storage locker, ventilation.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully, and free Wi-Fi. I know if all I have is Wi-Fi and power, I can settle up anywhere. That's all I need.
What are the dimensions of these pods? Because now they're starting to sound bigger to me.
Well,
if you have plug-in.
They have pictures on the site, so there's going to be a link to that below, so you can get a look for it for yourself. But then, what about the bathroom situation? That's always concerning to me. So it says, well-appointed shared bathroom with shower facilities comparable to a high-end fitness center. So that tells me like a gym shower. So it's gonna be like old naked guys walking around the whole time.
Well,
so
that's love that.
Yeah, and so. But they are going to have 6 private rooms with their own private bathrooms and all that stuff. I think that's for like families, you can cram a bunch of families in there. But it's going to be relatively, I guess,
talking
cheap.
Density.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is for the budget.
Extreme density here.
Families on a budget that want to, live close to the waterfront and not have to maybe take an Uber or something like that, right? Maybe you can take a scooter or,
Well, and you got to think about like now that I'm, the pods themselves, let's say they're X by X, dimension X by X by X. How many of those could you fit in a traditional hotel room, right? So maybe the hotel room with maybe it's 300 square feet would get like $150 to $200 a night.
Yeah.
But you could fit potentially 10 or 12 pods in that same space and get 3 to 4 times the amount of money.
That's what I was thinking. It's like, where is this going to go? Like, how is this going to evolve the industry? Like, you go to an Airbnb and you walk, and then they have it all set up. There's like 12 pods in somebody's garage.
Yeah.
And 2 buckets, one for food and one for the bathroom or something like that. Some just weird situation.
Trough
yeah, right.
Too, and
so, who knows where the industry is going to take this, right?
We're not knocking it. We're just having fun with it.
Sorry about that. And then, I'm just trying to think of, what things that people do, like just the weird things that people do is like, how many people can you cram into there? Is it going to be like the pod police where they're like, oh, you can't have more than 2 people in there? And, I know when I like to, relax at home or when I'm traveling abroad, I like to have, a rum and Coke or something like that. Are they going to let you drink beer and stuff in there? Like, what
my mind is just kind of like going right now with all the things that are going to happen in those small places.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, and you could probably hear what's going on in the next one. So you can imagine what, the kinds of sounds you're going to hear.
Well, maybe they're not really for like hanging out, right? Maybe the idea is you're going to go out all night with friends or coworkers or after a networking event, enjoy, and then you're going to come home at night and you're simply going to sleep there.
Yeah.
And then you're up and then you're out of there.
Well, that's the intention, but I think we know.
It's not going to happen that way.
people from different cultures, different backgrounds are going to use the pod the way they want to.
Yeah.
Right? So, and another concern is like, how often are they going to clean these? I think
that's a huge concern. That'll be a big like health and safety measure that the San Diego City and the county and I mean whoever oversees all the hotels is going to have to be way stricter on these because
it's a smaller and so I think you're not going to be able to get rid of your black light when you walk into a hotel room and check the bed, and then the what are they, sleeping bugs or something like that?
The bed bugs.
Bed bugs. There you go, bed bugs. So I think
What's
it's really
the smallest
interesting.
space you've ever slept in?
Oh, dude, my car.
Yeah.
Who hasn't slept in the back of their car?
Exactly.
Like your feet are up and you're just like cramped.
You're camping or whatever.
Yeah. So that's. And so. So I'm curious to see where this is going to go. What are some other places in San Diego where you think that it might work? That would be, a great place to have it.
I mean, I guess the highest density urban environments. Does it make sense to do them? Does it make sense to do them on campus on some of the bigger universities for visitors? For mom and dad,
or just maybe for the students. That's just like instead of
you
getting a
slide
dorm,
them into a pod at the end of the night, go recharge and
I mean, again, like as a student, you already live in bunk beds most of the time.
Yeah, it's it's just an interesting concept. The airport actually.
Oh yeah, that's the obvious place.
So and the reason I bring that up is because I've flown to Asia a few times, and the Singapore airport has a really nice hotel inside of it.
Yeah.
And they have a movie theater inside the airport. But the hotel, you can rent, because there's so many international flights, you can rent it by the hour.
Right.
To literally go in there, take a shower, knock out 2 or 3 hours of sleep, and then be gone again.
Yeah.
Which is great.
That's the perfect.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you actually get a full bed, and you get a room, and you can sit down in a chair, which is nice. But
we've all tried to sleep at the hotel or at the airport. You can't sleep on the benches, the floor. There's people walking all over the place. It's crazy.
Miserable.
So,
I could see this. I could see this hitting the bigger markets too: San Francisco, LA, Chicago, Seattle, New York, and I could see them putting a ton of people in some older buildings and renovating them. And
I think this is the biggest pod development here in the United States.
Okay.
I think there's obviously plans to put it in other places as well.
Well, and if you really think about it, it's kind of mirroring what a lot of the like the co-working office spaces, like the model they're following, right?
Yeah.
They're having smaller individual offices, but then more shared spaces, more shared conference rooms, more shared kitchens, more shared living. And I think that's actually big in Singapore as well. Mm-hmm. I've read about some articles of apartment buildings going to that.
I think so it's interesting to see all these different kind of co-living, co-working, co-sleeping type of concepts coming around and bringing a little more diversity to the type of real estate that's being offered to tenants or customers. So
that's right.
So with that, let us know how you like this episode. Click the thumbs up or the like button on YouTube. And post some comments for us. Even if it's just tell us that you don't like the episode, that'd be fine.
Or if you really want us to dive into something that's extra crazy, out there, bizarre, that might like just barely touch commercial real estate somehow, but how it might have a ripple effect or domino effect. I mean, I think we like talking about obscure.
Yeah, for sure. It's just more interesting. So cool. With that, this was James. How should they contact you?
Call me on my cell phone. Text me 760-208-8798.
And my name is Jose, and you can contact me with the contact info below. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode. Keep hustling, my friends. Talk to you guys later.